Ladies and gentlemen, Madison, the Black Eagle.
Dr. Barabara Schaal is the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science, and we are very pleased here on the Madison show to have her. Being a contributor to Washington University, I mean, one thing they do a great job at doing is getting money from alumni. So I have, and so therefore I get this very interesting newsletter, and every now and then I find things that catch my attention, and we decide to make it part of our national show here. And first of all, thank you very much, Dean Schaal, for coming on. I must tell you, my degree in sociology from Washington University has been extremely helpful, in large part, in me doing this show, given that we talk about politics and issues. And I was surprised. I did not know that Washington University had eliminated the sociology department. When did that happen, and can you talk about the history of why it happened?
Certainly. It happened in about the early 90s, but it was really the result of department. The department actually got smaller and smaller. There were a number of people that had left the department, and at that time, there was a lot of financial constraints, and so the decision was made to just let the department go. As you can imagine, there was also a lot of rumor and innuendo about some of the happenings and why that occurred. But the bottom line is that the department was closed, and now, after 25 years, we're looking at it and saying, well, maybe we should rethink this.
And why would, for people who might not understand, why is sociology an important curriculum?
Yes.
Yes. The question, why is this important? The study of sociology.
It's important because it deals with the issues of our society, such as inequality, the effects of inequality on education, on the economic outcome, on health. And so these are things that we really wrestle with as a society, and we need to study them in a scholarly way so that we understand those issues.
And pulling a department like sociology together, this is not something you can just do overnight, is it?
No, we're going to take our time doing it. We figure that in a period of 10 years, we'll just keep on building it up with adding more and more faculty, and then we'll be at a good strength.
And is there in this day and age? Well, let me go back to a question. Did a lot of universities, to your knowledge, do the same thing? Did we see a demise at other universities in this area of expertise?
No, I think there was maybe one or two that were considering it, but I think we were one of the relatively few that in fact got rid of the sociology department.
And so when will students be able to register for sociology classes at Washington University in St. Louis?
Well, we're hoping to have some on board already in the fall, certainly in the spring semester of next year.
And people might ask the question, well, what does a sociology degree do for you in this day and age as a profession? You know, I might, like, for example, when I went to my daughter's graduation, the reality is that when they asked the various departments to stand up to receive their diploma, the vast majority were in IT. The vast majority. And there might be people listening saying, well, why is a sociology degree important in this world of technology?
Well, absolutely, and that's a really good question, and it's an important question for parents, too, because you want your kids to have employment. The sociologists, in fact, are used in many different areas because of the overlap between kind of the social structure and the things that we care about, such as health care and jobs and labor. So we see sociologists actually having a good market, a market for jobs, including government agencies. A number of companies have sociologists because there's a lot of data available, and they do data analysis. So actually, your comment about IT is interesting, because, in fact, a lot of sociologists use huge amounts of data to understand social structure.
You know, and I'm sitting here thinking about when I was at Washington U, one of the things that I emphasized in my studies was urban affairs. And I look at the development of cities, the rebirth of cities. A lot of sociological studies go into where do you put a building? What impact does it have on a particular community? Even the placement of a freeway or a road. This is what you're talking about.
Absolutely, and sociology overlaps with, just as you said, urban design. How do we best do things? It overlaps with healthcare. How do we deliver healthcare into cities?
Yeah. I mean, we're sitting here just before you came on. We've been spending 2.5 hours discussing states that where food stamps are being distributed. That again has a sociological impact on a state.
Absolutely, and on the economy. And
the economy, right? Or our debate for minimum wage. Again, sociological studies have to be done.
Absolutely. And then issues with food. I'm very interested in my own work with agriculture and nutrition. And getting proper nutrition into urban areas is extraordinarily important. And that all rests around social structure and inequality.
Yeah, because we have, as the First Lady has pointed out, we have communities, what they refer to as, food deserts.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I guess I better direct my contribution to the sociology department then, huh?
That would be fabulous.
I'll have to split it between the athletic department and the being a former football player at Washington U, so I'll try to split it between the two. But I'm pleased to see that they are reestablishing the department. I think it's becoming more and more important, as you have so eloquently pointed out. So I thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Our students are demanding it, and our faculty is demanding it. So it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on and talking about it. And anything I can do or we can do that to help, if there are programs or studies that you want the country to know, let us know, and we'll be glad to talk about it here on the Madison Show.
Thank you. That's a fabulous opportunity. I really appreciate that.
You can count on it. And Dr. Barabara Schaal, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.